The first day was supposed to be a fresh start, a new school, a new chapter. But the whispers began before he even sat down. New kid? He looks tough. Bet he's trouble. What they didn't know was that the boy had seen far worse than hallway rumors. Behind his calm eyes lived battles most could never imagine. When the teasing turned to shoving and the shoving to something darker, no one expected what happened next. Because sometimes the quietest person carries the loudest strength. Watch until the end. Wait a second. Tell us where you're watching from in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this. Jaden moved to Oak Ridge High after his mother got a new job. A small suburban town. Quiet, polished, and primarily white. He was used to being the only one in class, but this time it felt different. The stares lasted too long, the smiles too forced. Still, he kept his head down, focused on grades, basketball, and making his mom proud. He'd wake early to train before school, punching through memories of a rough neighborhood he'd left behind, where survival meant strength. No one here knew that side of him. To them, he was just another transfer student. But whispers spread fast, and curiosity turned cruel. He heard the comments in the locker room, the laughs when he passed, the subtle looks that said, "You don't belong here." Jaden ignored them until the day they decided to make him a target. It started with a trip in the hallway. A foot slid out and Jaden hit the floor hard, his books scattering like broken glass. Laughter echoed. "Watch where you're going, new kid." He gathered his things silently, but something in their smirks stung deeper than words. Over the next week, it escalated. Food spilled on his seat, locker vandalized with slurs, whispers of "go back" in the cafeteria. Teachers looked away, pretending not to hear. Jaden's silence was mistaken for weakness, but inside, he was fighting a different kind of battle, one between anger and control. The ringleader was Brett, the star football player, known for his charm in front of adults and cruelty when they weren't watching. He and his friends cornered Jaden behind the gym after practice. It was supposed to be just another show for their amusement. But when Brett pushed him and spat out the words that sliced like knives, Jaden's composure cracked. Years of restraint, every insult, every humiliation, boiled to the surface. The laughter faded when Jaden didn't step back. Instead, he took one slow breath, eyes steady and calm. The same calm he learned in the boxing gym, where fear was a luxury he couldn't afford. Something was about to shift, and the bullies had no idea what kind of storm they'd just unleashed. Brett swung first, a sloppy punch driven by arrogance. Jaden slipped aside effortlessly. The next moment was a blur. Precision, power, control. The sound of fists meeting air, the thud of bodies hitting concrete. In less than 10 seconds, the laughter turned to silence. Jaden didn't hit to hurt, he hit to end it. Every move was clean, trained, and disciplined. The bullies stumbled back, wide-eyed, realizing this wasn't just some new kid. This was someone who had learned to survive. When it was over, Jaden stepped back, breathing steady, eyes calm, not proud, not angry, just done. The same kids who mocked him now stared in stunned disbelief. No one spoke. Because deep down, they all knew they had crossed a line and met someone who refused to be broken. News spread fast. By the next morning, everyone had seen the video. Brett and his friends, humbled and silent, their arrogance replaced by fear and shame. The principal called it an unfortunate incident. But Jaden knew it was more than that. He hadn't fought for pride. He fought for dignity, for every time someone was told they didn't belong because of their skin. That day, the school saw him not as a stereotype, but as a person with strength, discipline, and self-respect. Weeks later, the same students who mocked him nodded with quiet respect when he passed. Change doesn't always come through speeches. It comes through moments that shake the silence. Because sometimes, it takes a fight to make people finally see. Where are you watching this story from? What country and city? Take care.